What's up, brand builders? Stephen Hurahan here at brandmasteracademy.com, and in this video you're going to learn what brand consulting is, how it differs from marketing and design, and why you might need or want to sell brand consultancy services. Now, if you're new to the channel and you want to build brands that go beyond the logo and the visuals using strategy, psychology, and creative thinking, then you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. If you want to fast track your results, make sure you grab the Pro Brand Strategy Blueprint. It's a free download and the link is in the description. Now, when an entrepreneur or a business owner wants to build a brand, they'll engage a professional. That might be a brand designer, it might be a brand strategist or an agency, and that person or that group of people will put together a brand and hand it over to the brand manager. That brand manager might be the business owner themselves, or they might have a brand manager in-house. Now, depending on the size and the type of the business will determine how engaged that brand manager role is. The brand manager might be full-time, they might be part-time, or the business owner might play the brand manager role and just manage the brand when they have time. But when the business and the brand needs some strategic guidance, that is when they need brand consultancy, and for that, they'll engage, you guessed it, a brand consultant. So what is brand consulting? Well, it's an advisory service that provides strategic guidance and direction for the brand, and the brand consultant will typically use competitive analysis and audience research to provide a strategic roadmap. Now, this will guide the brand as to where it should go, and the brand consultant might use competitive analysis, audience research, positioning, strategy, key messaging, storytelling, and all of these services, all of these tasks will help the brand to navigate the market landscape. So what's the difference between a brand consultant and a brand strategist? Well, these terms are used interchangeably, and that's because the tasks of the consultant and the strategist are pretty much the same. They all do the same thing, and that is competitive analysis, audience research, positioning, strategy, key messaging, storytelling. All of these tasks are both in the wheelhouse of the consultant and of the brand strategist. The only main real difference between the two of them is that strategists tend to work with both startups and existing businesses, whereas consultants tend to just work with existing businesses. Now, that's not to say the consultants never work with startups, but that's the only main real difference between the two, and the terms are used interchangeably often. So why would a business want to use a brand consultant? Well, if a brand exists in the marketplace already and it's not achieving the results that it would want, then typically what you'll find is that the business owner will go out in search of a marketing strategist. Now, that strategist will put together a series of tactics to try and generate leads and sales, but if the brand does not already have an effective positioning strategy, if it doesn't have messaging that is derived from who the audience is and what they want, then any marketing is going to be ineffective. If the brand is not going where it wants to go, if the brand is not achieving results, then it needs someone to look internally within the brand to make sure that there is effective positioning, to make sure that the messaging is aligned and derived from who the audience is. If that is the case, then the brand leadership team can look towards a marketing strategist. If it's not, then they need a brand consultant. So how much would one pay or charge for brand consultancy services? Well, like all service-based businesses, there is no hard answer here. There's no one size fits all, because it really depends on the experience of the brand consultant. It depends on the businesses that they're targeting, but typically brand consultancy services can range anywhere from a couple of $1,000s to hundreds of thousands of dollars. So how do you go about becoming a brand consultant? Well, it all starts with experience. You need experience working on and in brands, and if you're able to bring some experience to the table, this can come in many different forms. You could be a brand designer, you could be a copywriter, a social media manager, or a marketing manager. But obviously, the more experience you have, the better place you're going to be to become a brand consultant. If you have 1 year's experience as a designer, you're not as well placed as somebody with 10 years marketing experience. So it really depends on how much experience you're bringing to the table as to how seamless the transition will be. But really, it's only about learning the processes. It's only about learning the elements within a given brand and how those elements can appeal to who the audience is. When you're able to start thinking strategically about the brands that you're building and the elements that play a role in the overall brand experience, that's when you can start to think like a strategist and like a consultant. Now, anyone with any kind of business experience whatsoever understands that you don't just build it and they will come. There is strategy involved in every given success within business, but just because you have a strategy, it doesn't mean it guarantees success. And if your brand has lost its way, or if there is a brand in the market that has lost its way, then brand consultancy is a great way to have a look internally within the brand to see if they are positioned correctly, to see if the audience that they are targeting is the right audience, and to see if their messaging is aligned with the image that they want to own in the mind of their audience. And for that, you need a brand consultant. If you want to learn the traits and the characteristics that you need to work on and develop to become a brand consultant or a brand strategist, then this video will show you how. Until next time, brand like a master, and I'll see you in the next video.